So this is a new rapper called Tezzus, and he has a dragon tattooed on his face. I think that's the only hook I need to get people interested on the video. What's going on, guys? It's Bryce, and I'm back with another little journalistic video. I'm gonna start doing these a lot. I think they're a lot of fun. I want to highlight underground talent. Today, we're highlighting the one and only Tezzus Christ, baby. Tezzus, the man himself. Like, guys, he got a dragon on his face, man. This man is awesome. We gonna talk about it. Upbringing, come up, career, current, the future, all that. Let's get into it. Now, before I even get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out to It's Overlooked. That it teases his first full-length interview, and I got a lot of information. I mean, there's literally nothing really known about this dude on the internet unless you do some real deal research, which I did for the video. Shout out It's Overlooked. She's been killing it as well for all types of media, to Instagram, YouTube, all that. So check in with her. She's been absolutely doing the underground a huge service. So I want to get that shout out the way, linked in the description, all that. But Tezzus was born in Southside Atlanta, Georgia, and it is not known what his real name is. So as far as I'm concerned, his real name is Tezzus Christ, and he will be reported to as such throughout the length of the video. He is currently residing in New York City, and he grew up with teenage parents and explained his upbringing as a struggle, as he felt they were all growing and learning as a family, with, of course, his parents being so young, literally teenagers. He was the only child and claimed to find his real family and brothers in the streets as a self-proclaimed gangster from birth. He described himself as, of course, a bad kid. He would get kicked out of Clayton County School in 7th grade, and he explained his current self and his current music as simply a product of his environment, which, you know, time and time again, is the story of hip-hop, to be quite frank, and nothing's different with Tezzus here, of course, being the South Side of Atlanta. What do you expect? What do you expect? Growing up, he studied conquerors and war, and he found a liking to history and that such thing, as he was intrigued because it showed how power worked, and as a self-proclaimed king, he wanted to make sure he didn't fall the same way the old kings did. After getting kicked out of school, he decided he wanted to become a rapper and looked up to the likes of Lil Wayne and Tupac, and he actually didn't start listening to Future and Thug until recently, even despite being from Atlanta, because during the whole Thug and Lil Wayne beef, where Lil Wayne's tour bus got shot up or whatever, he sided with Wayne. He was siding with Wayne, so he was trying to be loyal to Lil Wayne, but he still does say he loves them and would even want to create music with Thug and Wayne today. But because of this, he didn't, and honestly currently doesn't listen to much rap, and he's inspired from music from different genres like the blues, R&B, and a lot of older rap, believe it or not. He started making music on SoundCloud exclusively, and he would record both. He would record both a beat and his vocals through the same mic. He would hold a piece of technology up to the mic for the beat and then rap over the mic. It's some SoundCloud shit. And this was when he was in high school, so he'd go back to school and he'd have his friends play it. Meanwhile, he's like dissing his ex-girlfriends in the songs and stuff. He always said he took his craft serious, but he wasn't sure the avenues and media used to make it become a reality until recently, really the last year. He started occasionally dropping music on all streaming platforms in 2020 and would really pick up his consistency in early 2024 when he locked in after hitting rock bottom due to being evicted and having no money or plans to do just about anything. During this time, Tezzus began to live in the studio and began to see rap as his only last option, even if he always knew that this is what he wanted to do. This was it for him, and quite literally living in the studio, you know, he literally put himself in an environment where he thought he needed to be 100%, and it's looking like it worked out for him. He claimed that when shit gets rough, I go harder, which is quite literally the truth, because this was really Tezzus' breakout year, and he's going to have an even harder year in 2025. I already know it, because during these last 2 years, he's really started to make waves. You know, plenty of old music videos, plenty of content and stuff like that. And since then, he's been consistent with his output on SoundCloud, host pages like Days Within, and streaming services, and plans to keep up the pace. He compared his music to drugs and wants his fans to get addicted to his music, so there's no other way to do that than to keep giving them doses. So I respect it. Now, through this little stretch, he ended up linking up with the 4ET Collective. If you don't know, that's Diorvsyou, Skate Star, Southsidesilhouette, Rollin Thrax, and becoming close with the brand Xavier Anthony. And if you already don't know, those guys they're all cool with each other. It's kind of like a full circle moment, and basically branded them into the ÖWAY movement. Now, what is ÖWAY? ÖWAY is the first time I said ÖWAY in this whole video. That should have been the first thing I said in this video. ÖWAY is slang for the Funk Dollar Worldwide Collective, and it is saying ÖWAY. Get it, like ÖWAY. It's marked by an O with a slash through it, which is literally crossing your O's, meaning they're standing against oppression from discrimination or artists being treated unfairly, which is the more current definition of it. ÖWAY could mean hello, it could mean goodbye, it could mean thank you. Hey, it could mean, it's just gang lingo, bro. It's just gang lingo. But Tezzus started this movement in middle school and continued to push it through the streets and music alike, calling themselves the Dollar Boys. Other affiliated acts included, like Diamond, is another popping rapper that Tezzus, as plenty of collabs with, has been coming up with. That's his brother. I mean, literally his brother. They're kind of two peas in a pod when it comes to this movement. So I definitely respect and support them. I actually found like a really old Tezzus song with like an old Reezy X comment from this Diamonds archive page with a hella old songs from all these artists I ain't even heard of. Apparently part of the Dollar Boys, the ØWAY movement, whatever. Shout out a little bit. I want to throw that in there because it is something I just naturally found, which I thought was pretty dope.
I feel like my game, like really, like all you see, you know what I'm saying? All we see is goddamn Tezzus, Diamond, Dior, Southside, Skate, Thrax.
It's true, it's true.
They righteous. All you see is my game, you see what I'm saying?
Tezzus would eventually turn this into a more positive image through his age and now considers it something to put him and his boys behind to push the art. Through this, Tezzus has realized the importance to move as a collective. Despite them truly being brothers, it just seems to be working out the way. It wasn't like strategic for market. These are literally like his guys. And he's been around these guys for a lot longer than they've been making music together, saying that he was living around Skate Star for like 3 months before they even made a song together. It's a real relationship between the group. And honestly, Tezzus said they kind of make different music and he wasn't sure how collabs would work with them. But at this point in stage, they've made plenty of songs together. Even looking at the Xavier Anthony tape, that shit is amazing, bro. Oh my God. So altogether, he's trying to build like his own world with the ØWAY movement and then just have that like just get implanted in society. Something for artists to band behind, which has seemed to work. And speaking of something for artists to band behind, Ian Connor has officially co-signed both Tezzus and Diamond, leading to his roster of the already established 4 ETX, which is fire. And at this point, Tezzus claims that like every label has reached out to him. He has plenty of deals on the table, but he's playing the long game. He's seeing what more doors may arise in the future through being independent. Basically, what can he make shit shake before he has to sign away? If he even plans on doing that. I don't know if he plans to sign. He didn't really say. But if he does, I'm sure he has some quite lucrative deals on the table, and if he keeps the independence going with the motion he has, I'm sure he'll get some even more lucrative deals. Let's get it, Tezzus. I'm proud of you. Now, Tezzus Christ is the album that he believes really put him on the map. It was dropped at the end of 2024, right at the end, and it's amazing. I mean, it's a polished audio body of work. You know, it's kind of rare for like the underground to have a full polished body of work, like an album that speaks for itself early on in their career. And Tezzus going through all these singles and EPs and whatnot, dropping this at this time, really solidified, I think, his position in the industry, and he seems to agree. It feels like after that, it's just been up for him, and it's only been a few months, and I think that trajectory is just going to get even stronger because it's an incredible project, and I love it. I love it. And at this stage, Tezzus says he feels like he's involved to a point where he can make music for any vibe, any kind of person, any mood, and he's comfortable, you know, with collabing with a lot of these artists maybe he felt like he wouldn't mix with before because he feels like he can do it all. And even recently, he's been getting into some drama with DJ PHATT and dropping a whole diss track on DJ PHATT where he says he didn't come to the studio that night and he ran him to Jersey. He can't cross the bridge. So considering they both live in New York, I think this is based on like a real situation. I'm not sure if the full context is in this song, but hey, DJ PHATT didn't go to the studio. He couldn't cross the bridge. I don't know. Hey, I don't know what to say that. It's in the proofs in the pudding. And of course, more recently, my guys over at InThaFest did a show with him. This shit was so fun. I created this lineup for the guys, helped out with curating, selecting, operation, all that. And it went crazy. Tezzus was jumping in the crowd, throwing water balls at people. It was great. Went to the studio after. He made a song with 1,000 Man Fani. Bro.
With that motherfucking phone, Øwayyy.
Bro, this shit was crazy. But I wanted to get on this video and do a little bit of a journalistic thing for my guy Tezzus. I just met him. We just did the show with him. I can't wait to bring him back. It was one of the craziest performances I've ever seen in my life. And I was very happy for it to happen at my show. Shout out InThaFest. Shout out Tezzus.
Ain't gonna lie, like everything I do, I ain't never seen nobody else do it. You see what I'm saying? Because I want the next generation to be like, I did it because Tezzus did it. Like, shout out to Tezzus. Øwayyy.
Shout out ØWAY. Shout out Funk Dollar Worldwide. All that. Dollar Boys, all that. I appreciate y'all. And I appreciate y'all watching the video. So if you guys enjoyed and want more journalistic stuff, news, underground, anything, music, hey, I do what I want on this channel. I have fun. So expect more videos like this because this is what's fun to me right now. So if you guys enjoyed watching, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the bell. So you don't miss out any videos, updates, anything like that. Go in the description, follow my TikTok, my Spotify, my Twitter, my Instagram. Get their weekly updating new music, Friday plays, and my Discord on the 2. And yeah, it's from Bryce. Peace.